Hello, lovely students. I am Sapna from Masterclass IELTS, whose motto is Chase Your Dreams, and my YouTube channel is Sapna Master IELTS. I am here with another IELTS writing session for students who have problem in their writing part. Writing tips: if you want to write an impressive essay, the total score of IELTS writing is split in two areas. For the essay, the maximum score is 6, and for letter or graph, it's 3. Together, they constitute a band score of 9. Since essay writing can get 6 score in comparison with 3 for task 1, you must excel in essay writing. So it's not that difficult to write an essay if you follow these steps. The first one, it is here, that is develop the essay in a global perspective. It means think beyond what you were taught at schools and colleges. Most of the essay questions in IELTS, they have a global dimension. It means these questions should not be approached from a local or a national perspective. You need to broaden your horizons of knowledge to answer the question in a global perspective. It is imperative that you read extensively and listen to the world news in English and analyze them to have a view of your own. Yes. The second one is develop your logical thinking. You might be knowing that your task will be marked according to the task response, coherence, cohesion, lexical resources, and grammatical range. And your ability to present your views logically is very important. Objective analysis must be developed beyond personal or national perspective. It means you can express your subjective view, means your personal view, if it is asked for, but it should be substantiated logically. Listening to the discussions, reading essay works, participating in GDs, group discussions will give you and will take you a long way in organizing your thoughts logically. Always think logical. The third one is brainstorm and organizing your ideas. These skills are to be learned very easily, and if you have an urge to learn, you should learn how to organize your ideas logically to support your thesis statement and to restate your thesis in the conclusion without deviating, without distracting from the focus of the question. You have to think laterally, and then you have to develop an argument accordingly, right? The next one would be learn to organize your essay well. Yes, there are two types of statements there. Suppose the question will come like, to what extent do you agree or discuss? These type of questions need different organization to write. Your thesis statement must express your view, and your topic sentence and body paragraphs should logically introduce the topic to follow in that paragraph. Most of the questions are abstract in nature as such, so you have to narrow them down with statements and examples. The next point, which is very important, that is focus your answer. The focus is very important. It must be noted that task response must be achieved. It means you must express logically. If the question is that about the impact of the internet on tertiary education, you should answer not only about the advantages of the internet or its impact of the different areas. You should limit your answer to the impact of the internet on tertiary education. So mind it, don't deviate, don't distract. You have to think properly. You must know what is the question and what should be written. The next one is improve your sentence structure. If you read critically and you take notes of different grammatical structures, you can be good at writing effective sentences in different ways. The second last is linking words. Since examples look for a variety of sentence structures such as simple, complex, and compound, test exams should be adept at grammar to write well. You must know how to use the linking words like connective words, although, even though, therefore, however should be used, and this will really enhance the weightage. The last one would be development of the topic is vital, very important, mandatory. You should develop the question on different dimensions to make it more specific by writing appropriate statements and citing examples. For example, progress is always good. To what extent do you agree? So here you can say that you have to develop it in a global level and state a few areas of progress and substantiate whether they are always good. The keyword here is always, means progress is always good. To what extent do you agree or disagree? So in this way, these are the writing tips and you have to take care of while you are going to write an essay. Thing which comes is the terminology, various words which are used in writing task and you don't know the meaning of it. The first one is brainstorming. Brainstorming generally refers to an activity, means by which a group tries to find a solution for a specific problem. Brainstorming means you have to substantiate your view in an essay. You have to approach to different perspectives to develop a view, means generating or elaborating your point of view. What do you want to write in that? The next one is thesis sentence, which is very important. Every other student finds difficulty and they get confused in this kind of sentence. The thesis sentence is in an essay is the viewpoint of the writer. It is usually the sentence found at the end of the first paragraph of an essay. Suppose in a discussion essay, it is better to write it in the conclusion, but by reading the thesis statement, one can understand the status of the writer on the topic. As it is the main sentence in an essay, you should think before you write your thesis statement, right? This statement will guide the body paragraphs and the conclusion. And the next one is topic sentence, which is very confusing. The student gets confused between thesis and topic sentence. The topic sentence is different from thesis one. The topic sentence summarizes the main idea of the paragraph. It is usually the first sentence of the body paragraph. The topic sentence acts as a guideline. For example, it means it organizes the other sentences of the paragraph to make the idea clear. For example, brain drain, though welcomed by the developing nations, disturbs the demography of the developed nations on 3 areas, and then you'll continue, right? So there is a difference between the thesis and the topic sentence. The next one, which is very important, that is lexical resources. Lexical resources means putting the right word at the right place, means using the right word in the right place. The use of the same words repeatedly makes an essay unimpressive. So I would always recommend the student not to repeat the word. A rich vocabulary with synonyms, antonyms, and an awareness of the words of the language would be of great help in writing an essay. Another important point would be cohesion and coherence. Many of the students have sent me an essay and they have asked me to assess or evaluate the essay where I have always marked cohesion is missing or they written coherently well. So what does it mean? Cohesion means the connection between the sentences. When you use but, therefore, you link your ideas well. So coherence connects your paragraphs well by phrases such as to begin with, moreover, in addition. So connective words and the transitional words will make your essay coherent. A good stock of these connective words given in, you'll find the videos next that will be highlighted also. So it is good idea to underline these words to get them registered in your brain. Always use those words in your daily life, in your routine, in your essay, so that you get mastery of it, you can expertise of it. Given example by which you will get to know how to find a question in a question. Yes, how to find a question in a question. I mean, what is asked? What shall I write? Because the students get confused very much. As logical explanations are expected in essays, it is important that you understand the question hidden in the question and you know how to organize the answer, because students always say, ma'am, I did not know what to write. Means what is the question asked? To enable you to read between the lines, I have given 2 examples here. So the first one is the advancement of science and technology has a positive impact, but arts like music and painting are also important. What does science tell us about life that arts does not? This is a typical IELTS question since it's natural for test takers to deviate from the focus question. The question here lies between the second sentence and the first one is the background of the question. You are asked to write what science tells us about life, which arts cannot. So, to learn about life, one may depend on art than on science. But the question is here, you have to talk about the aspects which science tells us, not arts. This can be developed on our awareness about the depletion of ozone layer, the shortage of fossil fuels, global warming, breakthroughs in science, which has improved the quality of life, such as TV, transport, and internet. So the question is not about arts here, the question is about the science which arts cannot do. Getting my point? So this is what you need to understand while talking about, while looking for the essay, looking for an answer in an essay. Next one is, earlier the technological development brought more benefits and changed the life of ordinary people more deeply than recent ones. To what extent do you agree or disagree? Students really get confused. This statement may confuse many students because to what extent do you agree or disagree? It means whether to agree or disagree or need to be partial. What do we write? The keywords in the question, first of all, you need to check the keywords here. The keywords in the question are than recent ones. It means now or in the past. It raises the question whether the impact of technology of the bygone days, of the past days, had more benefits than that of today's technology. It's true that there had been astounding technological innovations in the past, such as wheel, printing, steam engine, electricity, automobiles, and aviation. They have transformed the human life. However, the recent inventions like TV, nuclear power, internet, they are poised to have far greater impact on human life. These innovations have some deleterious effects as well, and they must be mentioned in your essay. But stick to the question whether today's technology or that of past have more benefits. You need to stick to the point. To what extent do you agree or disagree means you can be partial, but again you need to be focused which one is more effective, today's benefits or the past benefits. So always make sure whether the impact of technology of the bygone days had more benefits than that of today's. I hope this session would be effective and helpful and beneficial for you to write an essay. And if you have any kind of query, if you have any kind of doubt, you can ask me. You can contact me on WhatsApp, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. All the details are given here. You can also ask me questions related to this, related to your writing task. And do contact me for WhatsApp group as well on WhatsApp, and you get the notes. You can also contact me for online IELTS classes, spoken English and PT as well. Thank you so much, guys.